is Sarah. Today we are going to make apple hand pies, but we're going to use pre-made crust just because it's a little bit simpler and I like pre-made crust. So the very first thing you need to do is get a saucepan. And I'm going to grab that. And we are going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. I had someone comment that I'm very disorganized, and yes, I am very disorganized. But I am a home cook, and I'm not a professional cook, and that's just how I am. I'm very unorganized, so I apologize. I always am forgetting something, and that's kind of probably what you're going to know me by. 1/3 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, and then you need nutmeg and cinnamon sugar. So 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I'm going to just estimate because this is apple, so you can go over a little bit. And nutmeg, you need just a little bit, 1/4 of a teaspoon. Okay, and we're going to get that going on the stove because this is our caramel mixture. Okay, forgot my knife for my disorganizedness. 2 apples. We're just making 2 hand pies, so double this recipe if you want to make 4. These are, I forgot what kind of apple I bought. Honeycrisp. That's what they are. Okay, so we're going to peel these just real quick. And I use a small little paring knife to peel these. And I hate to keep you on here while I'm peeling apples, but I am doing the sauce behind me, so. These hand pies are just like a super easy fall treat. It's actually really fun for kids to make. So take all of these off. And everybody right now has an abundance of apples. I gotta make sure my microphone's working because the last video I did, I had no sound. Yep. That was awful. I did a whole entire video with no sound. Okay, so about got this done. You can use Granny Smith apples too, and if you use 2 different apples, it's not a big deal for this. Okay, so my mixture in the back is, the butter should be melting. And then we're going to do the next step. So we're going to cut these into small pieces. These kind of remind me of like the ones you used to be able to get at McDonald's. Do you guys remember that? Or am I dating myself? You get these really good hand pies. And they also had cherry ones. I think the cherries were my favorite. Okay, preheat your oven to 350 degrees too. That's what just beeped. This is a super sharp ceramic knife, if any of you are wondering what that is. Okay, and I have been linking everything that you need to make my recipes on LTK and Amazon, and actually that has been really popular. I have a lot of people clicking on things and adding them to like their Walmart cart. So whoever is doing that, comment, because it's actually working really well for people that do a lot of pickups. Or if you get like an odd ingredient that you need to order, people seem to really like that. So that's been fun. Okay, so I just have 2 apples. Okay, so while we are waiting for our sauce, stir that. Oh my gosh. we're going to add our apples to this sauce and cook it for about 2 minutes. On medium. We want to get those apples not like super soft, but not hard either, kind of in between. Okay, so the next step is taking your pie crust. Okay, so I have a pre-made pie crust. I just rolled it out like this, and then I had one little crack because I tried to do it too fast. Okay, so we are gonna make 2. So I take my bowl. Actually, I think that's gonna be too big. We're gonna go with a different one. So you can take like a small container or the size of the hand pie that you want. And then we're going to cut it out like this. And we want 4 of these. This is kind of a trick. And we should be able to get 4. Yep. So with 1 pie crust, you'll be able to get, so we're making 2 hand pies. Perfect. Well, we're going to use up some of that extra crust. So, okay, now take the bottom. Okay, so you've got the bottom of the hand pie. Put it on a small cookie sheet with the parchment paper, like this. Just the 2 sides. Like this. Okay, make sure you don't have any cracks like I did. Okay, so that looks like that. Okay, I'm gonna check my mixture. Okay, oh, that smells heavenly. Okay, now I'm gonna take half of it and put in the middle. And some will leak out. That's why we have it on a rimmed cookie sheet with parchment paper. I have a few left over here. Okay. Okay, now take the other half, like this. Put it over the top. That. Okay, I'm gonna just use some of my extra dough here on the edges. Like this. Okay, so now we're gonna take a fork. And we're gonna pinch the edges together with the fork. So basically, you're gonna press down on the edges, tucking in the apples. Basically, you're trapping in the sauce. Okay. And you might have to use your fingers to shape it just a little bit. I'm gonna try to make sure you don't have any. Okay, so we're gonna just shape it just a little bit. There. Okay. Now I'm gonna take an egg and some milk. So I'm gonna go grab that. Be right back. Okay, we're going to crack an egg in a bowl. Add just a little tiny touch of milk. We're creating an egg bath. Mix that together. Okay. All right, and then we're going to just coat this with egg, just like an egg wash. Okay, super simple. All right, and then I am going to sprinkle it with the turbinado sugar. And I've got just a little bit too much egg wash in here, so I'm just going to slop that up a little bit. Maybe went a little overboard there. Okay, just sop that up a little bit. Okay, then we're going to sprinkle it with the turbinado sugar. And 2 big slits to let out steam. Okay, and we're going to bake this for 25 minutes until they are nice and golden brown, and then we're going to drizzle it with caramel, and then I'll show you the finished product. It's amazing. Okay, I just pulled these hand pies out of the oven, and it smells amazing. I'm in my pajamas, so I'm like covering myself up, but this is what they look like coming right out. And I can't even tell you how good my kitchen smells. So these are amazing, and I hope you love them. And I'm going to post the recipe, and thank you so much.